Eddie's next in Oklahoma. Hi, Eddie. How are you?
Hey, Dave. Good. How are you?
Better than I deserve. How can we help?
Well, first of all, I want to say it's a pleasure speaking to you and Ken both, and it's truly pleasurable. So,
thank you, sir. You too.
So, I was just offered a pretty exceptional position with another company, and I'm just kind of torn between taking it and not. It's a substantial pay increase, and so I just don't know whether I should take it or not.
Cool. What do you do now? What do you make? And what's the new position, and what does it pay?
So I work at a local school around me, and I make about $60K with that. Mm-hmm. I retired from the military recently, and I make about $60K with that as well. So I make about $120K right now. Mm-hmm. The position offered to me would start at $250K. And the only issue that I see with it is that I'll be traveling 4 to 5 days a week. Mm-hmm. So the biggest, I guess me and my wife, we're just trying to figure out.
You have children?
We understand. Yes. So we have children. I retired from the military because I wanted to spend more time with my family and children. Mm-hmm. And now this presented itself, and I'm like, man, I mean, it's hard to turn down that much money.
What age are your kids?
So there's a gap, 4 years old and 14 years old. Mm-hmm. So.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, for $190,000 a year, you can have them come with you a lot.
Yeah, true.
You can put them up, they could have a great adventure for a few years with you, part of the time, and part of the time they won't want to. And then the other question I would have, and then I'll let Ken jump in, is I wonder if there's a way to structure the job differently, even if it paid slightly less, where you had more time at home, like some way to do the job differently and had like 50% travel instead of 100% travel.
So after 6 months, that is an option.
Okay.
How much? How does it change? After 6 months?
They said instead of traveling 4 to 5 days a week, it'd be more like 2, maybe 3 days a week. Yeah. So I'd still be traveling, just not as much. Maybe take a week off here and there without traveling.
Okay, so I have 2 questions then. First, is Dave's suggestion even doable, where you could take some of the kiddos with you on these trips?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I think I think that's a game changer. And then the 6 months, you can put up with just about anything for 6 months. And so my next question is, when it goes to 2 to 3 days a week, does that make your heart feel better as opposed to 4 to 5, and your wife's?
It does, yes, because that would allow me to hit football games on Mondays, Fridays, spend more time with the kids throughout the week as well as the weekends. So yeah, I think it would.
I think that's changed. I can even hear it in you. That's changed it when you started focusing on that. And I think when you called, you were dealing with head versus heart. Your head's going, you'd be a fool to turn down that kind of money, but your heart's going, oh, I don't know. I don't want to be away from my kids even 2 to 3 nights. Isn't that what's really going on?
Exactly, Ken. Yeah, exactly.
Well, so the question becomes, now that we've walked through this, if it's 6 months of heart hurt, knowing though that you're doing so much for the family with that additional income, and you're going to get to travel with some of the kiddos and have this amazing one-on-one time with them. So that's going to ease that heart hurt. It's not as bad. And then after the 6 months, it gets even better. What's your head tell you now? What's your heart tell you after that?
No, it feels better.
Well, I think if your wife's on board, because I do believe in, you both need to be on the same page here, because you're still talking about 2 to 3 nights a week. But if she's on board, I think it's a no-brainer.
Here's the thing. It's not unusual if you work in town to be out of touch 2 nights a week, just doing stuff without the kids with your friends. You're
100% correct, Dave.
And so you're not. It's not like it's not like you're there 24/7 anyway. No one is, and so. I think the fun thing is just look at the 6 months as an adventure with the kids. Yep. Word has it, if you're 4 years old, that the hotel pools are magical.
It's actually true. I don't know that I've ever seen my kids more excited than when we told them, hey,
hotel pool.
Yeah, you get to go on a trip with Dad, and there's a pool there.
Yeah, I
Yeah, it's true. It's a good point.
But yeah, if you're 4, it's a big deal, and get to travel and do stuff, and spend some of the money to make up the gap is the thing, and turn it in, make it an extended weekend that you pay off the expense account. If you're going to a cool location, we're empty nesters, and the idea originally was that Sharon was going to do a bunch of stuff with me, but she's figured out that traveling is not. That it's like work when we're working.
Yeah, right.
Because when we're on travel and we're working, it's because we're working,
That's
Sharon.
Right. That's right.
So, but yeah, she's like, well, then we need to go on vacation there.
That's right.
But when we're working, we're okay. So we had to have different, but it didn't work out. In other words, but I think you could do that for 6 months, and then 2 to 3 nights is really not a deal killer. If you're present when you're home, I don't think your kids will even know you were gone.
Your kids will remember these trips with you one-on-one more than anything else you do with them.
Yep, like those date nights.
Yep.
Exactly. Good stuff. Good question, and congratulations.
Yeah.
What a nice kick.
And thank you for your service. You're a great American.
$190,000 raise.
That's a big
don't
one.
come up every day.